difficulty. I forgot that it lowers it to assistant. Let's try manager, see if we can actually do that. It's not a big deal either way. Now we can at least get a steel mill, so that's nice. Let's see if we can get a helpful mission. Core sample, unlock scientific. Which could be okay, actually. Not necessarily great, but it's usable. And then slowdown strike. Maybe we just take the slowdown strike. Let's do it.
Medium levels of iron found.
Well, we've already found plenty of iron. There's some aluminum as well. Why don't we just found in this area?
A geothermal vent. That will be useful.
Acceptable location has been identified. Run colonization build script. Full hardware upgrade manufacturing queue.
High levels of water found. Expansive medium levels of silicon found.
Alright. Nothing too complicated about any of this. Look at that expansive colony build, though. Look at that. It's all coming online and stuff. It's fantastic. Apparently this is New Paris. Scavenger colony is already online. Doesn't get a fancy build animation yet. Probably feels left out. Too bad, scavenger colony. Ah, we can grab a little aluminum, I suppose. Oh yeah, instantaneous claims now. I forgot about that. Not instantaneous buildings. I wonder... I'm going to have to experiment with something. I know how I think it should be, but I don't know if it actually is how I think it should be. So, it's kind of an important detail. Still so far away from Black Market, so we can actually buy up this goon squad. Well, that's a little screwy. 22 seconds until Black Market is open. Second DS? I don't know, guys. It's a little screwy. That's all I really have to say about it. Plenty of stuff to do, plenty of habitats to buy. They already have some habitats and workshops, it looks like, which is good to know. That's just a silly little tooltip. Alright, and we can scroll over and see that workshops, they consume glass and electronics. Leisure consumes water and chems. Laboratories consume chem and glass, chem and glass. And then water, food, and oxygen for housing. All very standard, it would seem. I don't know why I sold that much. Oh, an adrenaline boost. Okay, whatever. That's fine, I suppose. There we go.
Beginning construction.
What do I even want to build? I haven't really considered it. I could maybe try and get some power down out here. Like just in this area and connect it up somehow. Get some superconductor rolling in. That could be okay. Let's see. Wind is moderate on all these tiles, which is fine. Okay. We can grab a little water. A little water never hurt anybody. Okay, it does claim instantly when I throw the building down like that, and that's good to know. Man, people already buying stuff. I don't know if it's actually worthwhile to buy stuff just yet or not. I haven't mathed all that out, which I probably should. But oh well. Best not to worry about it, I think. What else do we want to do? We could grab a little carbon to try and make chems at some point, and electronics. I'm glad we didn't move into power with that surplus going on. Sheesh. Like, this stuff isn't great, but it gets the job done in a lot of ways. Like, having access to that water is important because it's spiked. Having access to the carbon is probably going to be important in the future. Let's see. I suppose we could purchase a habitat. We do have all our little colony information contained down here now. Although I'm not seeing growth or anything like that these days. Colony needs housing. If we buy housing... Okay, population just immediately moved up instead of having to take time to move up. I wonder if that's going to stay the case or if the population was just ready to grow. I'm not entirely sure. I have no way to know for sure. Alright, unfortunately workshops are very expensive. Thankfully there are already a couple of them down. Oh, mutiny. What are we going to do with you? Probably just let you go, although our water's pretty valuable right now. I would rather not have it taken away, but $18,000 for a mutiny? That's not really That's not really desirable, to say the least. What I am going to do is buy some pirates. And plant them right there. Try and get all this water for ourselves. If at all possible. Yep. Saw that coming. Just right over there on top of our high water pump. Very sad. Very sad indeed. Now we can just upgrade again. Might be a good idea. Even like we can get to some power pretty easily. Right here without too much trouble.
Stand by.
Just sell some more stuff down. Get down the power. And then we'll superconductor it, so it'll actually be useful power, not garbage power, hopefully. Oh, come on, work with me here. I probably should have thrown down more steel. A little late for that now, though. I could scrap out of a little of this and throw down more steel for the time being. That should be okay. I'm taking it slow today, guys. I don't know if you noticed. It's just kind of for me right now. I'll get there. I'll get around to it one day. Eventually. Kind of. Alright, let's go ahead and grab up a laboratory. We don't make chems fantastically well, but we make them well enough, I think. That the laboratory, purchasing those should be useful long term. Hopefully we'll actually... Is that chem lab? Yeah, it's building. Okay, we're good. 50 from this one. 32 from this one. Oh, because of the power, of course. The power adjacency bonuses. I knew that. Totally intentional. Which kind of helps a little bit with the superconductor, although I should be watching for geotherms more carefully, because those are going to be pretty fantastic in a lot of ways. Expensive, but otherwise solid. Let's see. Do I actually want to... No, I probably didn't want to actually sell steel. Let's buy that back up. I think I might like to expand once more. That's probably worthwhile. It's hard to say exactly. Like, I don't have great setup here. I'd like to be able to shift some things around, maybe even move into some food production, which isn't great, but is okay. Maybe just some electrolysis, which is pretty decent. All of that requires upgrading, unfortunately. So I think that's what we're going to work on, is just push into that upgrade. And then we'll move around from there as we need to. I don't care. Like one engineering lab temporarily for this level for 3 days and 4 hours, 4.5 hours. That's like nothing. That's maybe if it gave me the engineering lab instantly, that would be useful. But I don't see why I would ever take that. Honestly, I still don't see what the value of having that in the game is. Like, it's just useless to me. In my opinion, it's useless, at least. I could be wrong. There's always that option. Like, you can never discount it, but it feels quite useless to me. Alright, I'd love to get these reactors down. Need just a little more steel for it, it looks like. Yeah, just a little more steel. Which means I need iron, because I ran out of that. So why don't we just go ahead and do this. Do that. Sell, sell, sell. Don't know why I sold steel. That was stupid. Reactor, reactor. Come on, we can do it. There you go, reactor. And that's all we're doing. We should be using things like the black market a bit more aggressively, probably. Being kind of lazy because it's campaign. I don't think I need a new claim. New claim could be okay, though. I don't need it, but maybe I can use it for something like carbon pretty easily. Carbon's making fair money right now. Power's doing alright, too, actually. And maybe just a little extra power would be worthwhile. Right here, a little better adjacency bonuses. Things like that. I don't want to math it out all the way to see if it'd be worth 6,000, but, you know, could be. Could be. Let's grab a workshop. Driving the electronics price high probably isn't actually the best idea, because it's going to semi-stick there, and we're not making electronics this mission. We can, but we're not yet. Let's see, estimated future income, 50,000 a week. Slowdown strike reward, total assets. Okay, good. All that stuff is useful. Useful to see, useful to know. Yeah, chem labs aren't doing great, mostly because of this carbon price being a bit higher than I anticipated. I threw down power instead of carbon. Maybe I should grab some carbon? I can always just turn the chem labs off. That's not really desirable, though. Playing next version. I am playing on next version campaign to answer that question, Soren. And I'm mostly doing campaign, to be honest, because people weren't around. So it was like, we'll just poke around on campaign for a little bit. Yeah, I'm not feeling the water engine. I'm just not. Like, it'd be okay, but 18,000 for it? I don't know if that's actually worthwhile. It's a little odd. Ah, yes, Maisie Song. What a fantastic taunt. That's just... you're so clever, picking up that water engine. You got us, let me tell you. Let's see. So it's showing me number of habitats, leisure buildings, workshops, but it's not showing me number of laboratories. That's a little odd. No, carbon shortage. That's not what I was looking for. Maybe we do go ahead and grab a new claim for carbon then after that shortage. That's pretty gross. Give me it. Give me the carbon. Could have grabbed pirates as well to try and steal carbon, but whatever. I guess we can turn these back on. It's not awful. Buy a laboratory to keep consuming them. We'll just focus entirely on that chem consumption for the time being. Let's see. Everything's okay. Nothing's great. It's pretty standard campaign nonsense. Hey, other people getting nuked. That's what I like to see. I don't know where. Show me. Show me where. Ah, on the carbon. Alright, take that. Scavenger. I know, right? Campaign's completely different. That's part of why we're doing it right now. Only part, admittedly, but part. Whoa. That's weird. It's like a baby Marsquake. Just 3 resources. Metals stores suffer oxidation. Alright, that's cool. I'll take that, you know. Something like that, a nice little mini event on a bunch of different resources. Especially, like, I am totally fine with shorts and surpluses this late into the game. Everybody's had a chance to expand, get established, all kinds of little stuff like that. When I hate them is early in the game. Like when they just kill you because you weren't lucky enough, apparently. Let's buy a house, and a lab, and a house. It is interesting. I think it's nice not having to maintain the population growth so much. At least it doesn't feel like you have to. Habitats just are habitats. Population is just population. I appreciate that. How are these doing? They're technically making money. Probably should transition them over somewhere else. Like food. Maybe glass, but I mean silicon's expensive, so maybe just food. Let's see, glass is estimated 22. Glass is estimated better, but it won't last better. Yeah, I mean, nanotech is kind of fine. I don't know if nanotech actually, like, stores the resource value and sells down from the buildings at the end when you end a mission. It's possible that it does, in which case it could be pretty great. But, I don't know all that information off the top of my head, unfortunately, so I can't just say flat out, good, both of my carbon quarries have been nuked out, and that's fun.
Pirates. I hate those filthy bandits.
I mean, I think they're still technically making, actually, a non-small amount of money. But, you know what I would like? I wonder if this is possible to do, or if this would be reasonable. Being able to core sample a resource that got knocked down to trace, to raise it up by 1. Or just core sample a resource to raise it by 1. I don't know. Something I'd be interested in. We'll go ahead and abuse this as hard as we can. I should also point out the reason I picked food instead of glass was I already had water coming in. A. B. Food gets consumed by habitats, which I'm building automatically, just because I have to. Okay, now we have 11 habitats and only 9 people. So it's not just growing. Maybe it's the jobs that we're lacking? I'm not sure. Let's try and fight for that shortage a little bit. Sell down a bit, buy another lab. At least our chems are, you know, okay again. Not great. Nothing ever feels great in campaign, just because you're making so little of stuff. What do we have here? That is a new glass furnace. All right. It's doing a good job, too. That goon squad. Very sad. Magnetic storms are so terrifying. They're just so out of sync with, like, all the rest of the volume in the game. It's massive. It's ridiculous. All these are low, so it kind of feels awkward to nuke them, but it probably would have been a good idea. I think I still have the lead pretty substantially this game. And it's unlikely that it's going to get taken away from me, but it is possible. Kind of wish I'd taken some silicon now. Let that get completely out of control. New claim. Am I going to make $14,000 off of a claim? Or $18,000? Maybe? If it's on silicon? Maybe? Let's see. That'd be like 1-ish a second. Maybe half of a second. Half in a second. Yeah. I didn't feel like mathing it out that fast. It just seemed like a lot of work. I wonder if there's a more elegant way to list these engineers than just a list. Pictures or something? I'm not sure. Just a vague question. I probably shouldn't be making so much steel these days, but I don't know what to move these into. Maybe electronics, but like carbon and silicon are both insanely out of control. It's just weird. It's just weird in my opinion. Our pirates are most likely to steal water if we plant them down there again. I mean, we can try it, but nah, it's super awkward. And that has aluminum in it.
I hate those filthy bandits.
Maybe we can try right there.
I hate those filthy bandits. Pirates. I hate those filthy bandits.
Oh no, look at him with his fancy engineering lab coming down on the last day. Totally gonna get all that work done. It's gonna be amazing. Good job, computer. I'm proud of you. So I wonder why these are empty. Needs more housing modules. I mean, you have a lot of housing modules. That's what you are. You're a habitat. Needing more housing modules is not an explanation for why you're empty. That doesn't make sense. How does that work? That doesn't make sense. Right? Am I crazy? That doesn't make sense. Maybe needs more work modules. That would make sense.
The black market is online.
I could totally see that. That's totally understandable and reasonable. Man, another carbon shortage? Really? I did not need this. Did not need more carbon shorting going on. Makes it very difficult to build those chem modules, and just want to point out. Maybe another workshop here. See, now these guys are filling up okay. They're all buying up habitats because they're all cheap and stuff, which is fine, I guess. I kind of wonder if it's possible at all for the colony that we build here to have a serious impact across the rest of the campaign. I know that kind of like the base prices affect things and they carry over reasonably well and such. Okay, that'll just zoom me to it. But like the colony still exists and is consuming resources across the planet, right? Is there any way to like do something with that? Honestly, I don't know why I just scrapped those. It does literally nothing. I can't build anything there. And we realistically shouldn't be buying anything in the colony right now because we should just be saving our cash. There we go. We did it. Good job, us. We are not terrible at this game. So proud of us. Okay. Habitats and jobs needs to be equal to grow. Yeah, that's what I figured. But this being empty told me I needed more housing modules, right? And it's like, I don't think I need more housing modules. I think I need more jobs. That was confusing and annoying and frustrating. It's not that frustrating. It's just vaguely frustrating. It's just like, why? Come on, you can do better than that. Why is there value? It's just structure value, isn't it? I'm trying to figure out why their stock value is so close to mine. Like, where this corporation value is coming from in particular. I'm assuming that's a campaign thing. Corporation value. Theirs is a lot higher than mine. And they have more stocks owned value as well. Which I don't get that either, because I own more, like, stock here. Whatever. I'm not going to worry about it. Let's go ahead and